In this lesson, you will learn how to view performance on an assignment by objective for a class or a specific student in your My Foundations Lab course. In order to view the performance of students or a class by objective on a particular assignment, we first must be in the Content area of interest and on the Gradebook tab. Once you're on the Gradebook tab, you can select the type of assignment you wish to look at. Then those assignments in that category will be listed across the top in the first row. In the second row, the class average on each of those assignments is listed, along with the class median and the number of results. In order to view the performance by students by objective on that particular assignment, you will click the blue button with the letters IA. IA stands for item analysis, and this item analysis is by objective. Once you click the item analysis button, you will be able to see the name of the assignment. If it's a test or quiz with multiple attempts, you can see which score is being included in the item analysis. You'll also get to see the number of students who attempted it, along with how many attempts, if in fact they were allowed to take it more than once. In the table that shows, you will have the question number followed by the question ID and then the question objective. After that, series of columns which describe the student's performance on that item. The number of students who answered the item correctly, those who got partial credit if it was a multiple part item, those who missed the question completely, those who did not try or did not attempt the question, the average time spent, and a link to calculate the median time if you'd like to also see the median time. There's also in the final column an opportunity to score one item on the assignment as correct. So if for some reason you feel that there was an item on an assessment that should not have been counted against the students, you may score it correctly, but just one item per assignment, and you just click the button and say yes to do that. So this is the item analysis of all students by objective on a particular assignment. In order to use this effectively in class, you would want to look at those items where a lot of students in the class are missing the item. So in this small group of students of 5, I could scroll down and I could see that in this assignment that only 60% of the students were answering items 3 and item 7. So item 3 and item 7 would have the weakest performance by the class. And so those kinds of items might be addressed in a mini lecture or a group setting or something like that, because those are the weakest for the class. However, you might also want to see the weaknesses for an individual student. Now, there are a couple of ways to do this. One is to go back to the gradebook and select the student's name from the gradebook and use the drop-down menu beside that grade in the student's gradebook to look at the individual item analysis. However, there's a very quick way you may also do this by exporting the student details. So listed here near the top is Export Student Details. So if you select Export Student Details, you'll have the opportunity to look at a CSV file. Listed here in this item analysis, I will see the name of the assignment. And one thing to note is that a CSV file will open up with the columns all the same size, and you may have to resize to see exactly what the name of the assignment is. And listed across the top are the questions, the question ID, the objective of the item, and the number of points on the assignment. And you can expand these columns to see the name of the question and the objective for the question. Now, listed here at the top is the exact same analysis we just saw, and that is the number who got it correct, those who got partial credit, those that got it incorrect, and those that did not attempt it, along with the average and median time. So in this case, 4 students would have answered correctly, none with partial credit, 1 incomplete, and 1 not attempted. However, also listed in this view are the names of all the students in the class, along with their emails and login addresses, and how each student did on the particular item. So if I'm looking at item number 1, M4.1 Practice Q1, represent real-life situations with integers, I can see each student's response by seeing the amount of credit that was awarded for that item. Now, in the case of this item, it was a 1-point item, as is with most of the assignments, and a 1 here would mean correct and a 0 here would mean incorrect. If there is no response whatsoever, that means that the student did not do this assignment. Any item a student does not attempt would have the letters INC or incomplete, meaning the student entered the assignment but never submitted that question. You can see partial credit for some of these items on this assignment, and then you can see the overall assignment score also listed. So for every student in the class who has taken this assignment, you can see exactly who got it right and who got it wrong, all in one place in this exported CSV file. So once again, you find the name of the assignment you're looking for, and you look for the blue IA button. Select that item analysis button. You will see the performance by objective for the entire class, just a summary of the class's performance. But if you wish to see the individual student performance of the students who took the assignment, export the student details, and then you'll see every student in the class and the number of points they got per item. You may also export this class summary if you would like to have this in a spreadsheet form as well, just by clicking Export the Class Summary. There is also another way to look at individual student item analysis. You go to your gradebook and you find the name of that student listed in your roster, so make sure you're in the content area you're interested in and in the gradebook link, and find the name of the student in your roster and click that student's name. Once you've clicked that student's name, you'll see a summary of the student's overall score, but you'll also see a list of all of the assignments that that student has completed in that content area you've selected, along with the name of the assignment and a link for you to review the assignment. You will be able to see the number of points the student received out of the number of points possible, the percentage score, the time the student spent, and the date and time that the student worked the assignment. In the Actions menu on the right-hand side, if you click that, you will also notice a link to item analysis for that particular student. If you select Item Analysis and click Go, you will be able to see for those items on this particular assessment, what items did the student get right and what items did the student miss. Notice in this case that the student answered the first 4 items, but then did not attempt to answer the remaining 6 items. So those items are marked as not attempted. So here you've seen how to view the item analysis for a particular assignment by all students in a class, or a couple of ways to see the item analysis of an individual student on a particular assignment.